Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Shoily Chakraborty and I'm working as a legal intern at LEXIS and Company. The topic for today's video is the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. Moving on to the details of the Act. The Act is passed to consolidate and amend the law relating to narcotic drugs, to make stringent provisions for the control and regulation of operations relating to narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, and to provide for the forfeiture of property derived from or used in illicit traffic in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, to implement the provisions of the International Covenants on Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances and for matters connected therewith. The central government has been given the power to add or to omit from the list of psychotropic substances specified in the Schedule 76, etc. will be credited, and the same will be applied to meet the expenditure incurred from the above-mentioned measures taken. It prohibits any person to cultivate any cocoa plant, opium poppy, or any cannabis plant to produce, manufacture, possess, sell, purchase, transport, warehouse, use, consume, import, interstate export, interstate import into India, export from India, or transship any narcotic drug or psychotropic substance except for medical or scientific purposes. The central government is also empowered to permit, control and regulate the cultivation of cocoa plant and opium poppy, the production and manufacture of opium and production of poppy straw, and the sale of opium and opium derivatives from the central government factories for export from India or sale to state government or to manufacturing chemists. The manufacture, possession, transport, import, interstate import, export, interstate sale, purchase, consumption or use of psychotropic substances. The import into India and export from India and transshipment of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. The Act provides for certain punishments for contravention of any provisions relating to poppy straw, cocoa plant and cocoa leaves, prepared opium, opium poppy and opium cannabis plant and cannabis, embezzlement of opium by a licensed cultivator, manufactured drugs and preparations, psychotropic substances, illegal import into India, export from India or transshipment of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, for external dealings in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, for allowing premises, etc., to be used for commission of an offence, for illegal possession in small quantity of personal consumption of any narcotic drug or psychotropic substance or consumption of such drug or substance. The central government is also empowered to take measures under the Act for preventing and combating abuse of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances and the illicit traffic therein. The measures in general provided under the Act are to coordinate the actions of various officers, state governments and authorities under this or under any Act for the time being in force. Obligations under the international covenants, assistance to the concerned authorities in foreign countries and concerned international organizations with a view to facilitating coordination and universal action for prevention and suppression of illicit traffic in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Identification, treatment, education after care, rehabilitation and social reintegration of addicts and such other measures as it deems necessary for the implementation of the Act. It may also constitute an authority or hierarchy of authorities for the purpose of implementation of above measures. The central government also has the power to appoint a narcotics commissioner to exercise all powers and functions relating to the superintendence of the cultivation of opium and for other such functions as may be entrusted to him. A narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances consultative committee may also be constituted to advise the central government on such matters relating to the administration of the Act. A fund called the National Fund is to be constituted, wherein amounts of sales proceeds of any property used for illicit trafficking, grants made by any person or institution, income from investments for financing illicit traffic, and harboring offenders for abatement and criminal conspiracy. The Act provides for the constitution of special courts for speedy trial of offences under the Act and procedure thereof. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to the channel.